So one of the things you need to think about when investing in anything is that wealth preservation. And what exactly is wealth preservation? Wealth preservation is really the protection or the preservation of your initial investment. That is the principal sum that you invest when you first invest in any type of asset. So, for example, if you're investing in a GIC and you put in $10,000, that $10,000 is your principal, and that's what you're trying to protect. In a GIC, you will not be impacted by any loss or any response to the investment that you've made, because that's the whole concept behind the guaranteed part of a GIC, guaranteed investment. Uh, what happens over time, though, is your investment will hopefully bring a return. So you can look at any interest you've earned can go towards any loss you've earned. So the net result may be that you put in, let's say, an investment of $10,000 into, let's say, a mortgage or into some type of stock. Stocks are not very good at wealth preservation because, as you know, if you invest in a stock, the stock can go up. So if you invest in a stock that's worth $10 and it goes up to $11, you still have your initial $10 investment that you made, whereas the stock could go down to $9. So stocks are not very good at wealth preservation. The challenge with wealth preservation is that usually the return you're getting on these investments is very low. So, for example, things like savings accounts give you wealth preservation, but they also give you a low return. As I mentioned before, your return could be as low as less than 1%. Not could be, it is right now as low as less than 1%, a lot lower than 1%. GICs are a good example of wealth preservation, money markets, and most real estate investments, which is contrary to what you would think, right? So with real estate, if you're investing money, you want to invest in assets that you know are going to go up in value. So for example, if you're making an investment in a fix and flip type of investment, you're not guaranteed that you're going to get all your principal back. Because what happens is, let's say you make an investment of $100,000 into a fix and flip. Well, you could actually lose money on that flip because you never know what the costs are going to be associated with that flip, with that activity, right? So appreciation is another thing that can contribute to wealth preservation. So if you're invested in that asset, that real estate, and it goes up in value, and depending on the structure of your investment, you could get a return back from that appreciation as well. Which, if you are familiar with what happened in the subprime crisis, that did not happen. A lot of people lost a lot of money during in 2008, 9, 10 because what happened is the actual value of the property decreased. Now that's very rare, and that only happens in, I don't want to say unique times, but certainly it's cyclical with real estate, and the return that you get on a real estate investment usually comes with a certain amount of wealth preservation because real estate prices tend to increase over time. Another challenge you get with wealth preservation is because you're looking for protection of your original investment, as I said, the returns are very low. But the challenge with having a low return is that it may not keep up with inflation. So, for example, as I'm recording this, it's January 2022. We just went through huge inflation over the last 12 months. In fact, for 2021, inflation was up 7%. Now, if you've got an investment that's only giving you 3, 4, 5%, you're actually losing money on that investment. So it's something to think about when you're investing in any type of investment is there's a balance between wealth preservation and return on investment. And, a good wealth preservation strategy, it may be that you want to only contribute a portion of your total portfolio to a wealth preservation strategy. That is, take 10, 20, 30% and put it in something that, you're going to be guaranteed to protect your original investment, but is going to give you a low return. Okay? And so over time, you will actually at least have that sort of piece that's protected. And then the other you could put into medium type investments, medium risk investments, and then finally high risk investments. Okay, so make sure you're looking at wealth preservation with your return and other aspects of wealth preservation. Thank you.